Hey, yo, Papa 40, check your rollie. It's time for my AEW review. This is the Go Home show. This is live before his Saturday for Double or Nothing. So, yes, we still got this pay-per-view going on Saturday, and there is, this is a live show. I'm surprised also before Saturday. But, tonight, AEW, like I said, a lot going on. Go home show. We do kick it off tonight. Well, at the beginning of the show, with a limo pulling up with the Inner Circle, pretty much saying that, listen, you think when we did the Vanguard last week was bad? Wait until what we're going to do to, the Elite tonight. Sorry, I had to take care of that little phone call real quick since it was ringing. But like I said, this is the AEW Review Go Home Show. Double or Nothing this Saturday. Of course, we got a lot more wrestlers. Look like they are in the crowd. It looks like for some reason they have a golf cart out there. I think because of the whole, street fight from a couple weeks ago. But of course, we got Tony Schiavone, JR, and Excalibur on commentary and everything. Pretty much going over the card tonight. We do kick it off, though, with Brody Lee, who came out with some of the Dark Order, pretty much telling everybody to be quiet, that the adults are speaking, and that he told number 10 there that he would like them to take a knee, which he did, but then he said that's not how you take a knee. You need to do it in the correct positioning, and pretty much told that the audience seems to be a disconnection with him, and that he must think that they think a top athlete at the peak of his game can relate to them, but it's not the case right here. He says that he sweats and bleeds, but he is not a god. He is a man, he says. Basically, he's trying to get this cult thing over, but he is now in possession of the AEW title, and that difference between the Dark Order then and that the Dark Order now is that they are true elite. I don't know how true that is, and I wouldn't honestly wouldn't even go that far, because this group is still bad either way, even without, Grayson and Uno there, and they're trying to get this over with Brody Lee, which I don't know if it's still working all the way, honestly, of him being a cult leader, but they said they're the Lions of AEW, and he must win Sunday to pay off his desire, and he must pay off his loyalty to his men, and he told 10 that, you're special, and that's why I handpicked you, and now you're going in there to hurt Jon Moxley tonight. Jon Moxley came out. Kind of cool with the sunset, coming down on his way out to the ring. This wasn't much of, well, it was a match, but basically somewhat of a squash match. I know 10 got a little bit of offense in, but, Moxley mostly dominated throughout most of his match. He ended up hitting a Death Rider, or I will say Paradigm Shift this time, since it was a quick one with the DDT on it. He then ended up hitting a Gotch style pile driver. I wonder where he got that from, huh? Taking some moves from Minoru Suzuki, I see. New Japan, Gotch style pile driver. Okay. Hey, man, no new beginnings. Osaka was a few months ago, but I know where he got that from. And then he ended up at one more big elevated Death Rider for the win. So Mox got the win from there. Pretty much, he got on the microphone after that. He pretty much took a chair and put it into 10's elbow and took his elbow pad off and was going to hit him with it, and talked about Brody taking his title and that he wanted it back. Listen, you want to be special and everything. Listen, he's going to give him 10 seconds to come out here to bring that title, or he's going to break this guy's arm. Brody Lee pretty much showed up on the screen and said, listen, if you want it back, all you have to do is ask. But now you made it personal, and that all sacrifices must be made to get what we want in this life, and that, right now he's going to leave. He'll see him Saturday. Mox ended up hitting, 10 with the chair. He then left and he beat up some guy. I heard they said it was the Butcher, I believe, so I didn't know he was still there, but he beat him up before leaving. So quick match, basically it's just to get Mox over and everything. Like I said, he just kills 10 out there, hits him with the chair, threatens Brody Lee, save the energy for Saturday, so there you go on that. I do know that the announcers did, of course, address the death of, Shad Gaspard, and, condolences. I did also notice that Private Party and Big Swole had armbands that had SG on there, for his name and everything. I talked more about this in my NXT review at the beginning of the video. I'm not going to kind of repeat the same things I've already said Like I said in a different video, so go check that out. But like I said before, condolences to his friends, family, and all fans around the world that are a fan of Chad or just crime time in general. But like I said, I went into more detail and kind of gave my many thoughts on the entire situation and whatnot. So please check out my NXT review in the beginning if you want to hear more about that. But next, we get to Marco Stunt versus MJF, and now I'm wondering how this is going to go, okay? Because the first thing in my mind, I'm like, maybe MJF can something make this work, because if I see Marco Stunt in this, I know this is going to turn bad, and I question who be selling to this guy, because I thought it was odd Lance Archer sold to this motherfucker a few weeks ago, okay? Basically, MJF took control throughout this match. Stunt tried to hit him, but MJF no-sold him most of the time, even trying to pick him up. He mocked him, and I guess, Stunt ended up getting some hope spots on him, then even kind of hurricane him into the turnbuckle, put him to the ground, and he was going to go for something off the top rope, but it did not work, and he used his own. He took Stunt's own fingers and picked it into his nose. Then, okay, he put it into his nose and just bullied him around, pushed Stunt around. But MJF ended up hitting the butterfly suplex and then putting him into his arm bar, or they call it the salt of the earth arm bar. So yeah, MJF beat Marco Stunt. As long as I said before, do not sell to this guy. That's mostly what I can say from this, because somehow, at least this was quick in a way. I know MJF ain't the biggest dude. He's still bigger than him, I'll say that. But, listen, as long as it's not Caroline Lance Archer, because that guy should be just murdering that dude with one move. Same with Brody Lee. Do not sell to this motherfucker. I'm sorry. Just it's not going to work. But, MJF after pretty much talked about Stunt, then pretty much that he's too pathetic to offer a reward and everything. So, talk about a kiss. He said that your lips are just something about pathetic. And he pretty much had Wardlow pick him up, and he punched Marco with the, his diamond ring. So, yes, he pretty much took down Stunted Growth right there as Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus came out for the save. This basically puts heat on MJF for his match this Saturday against Jungle Boy by beating the crap out of Marco Stunt. So there you go. We didn't get a sit-down, face-to-face interview between Jake the Snake Roberts and Arn Anderson. Gotta keep him away 6 feet. I'm sure people are saying it's a little bit dangerous, especially both of these guys' ages and everything due to the virus and whatnot. But as they sat down, a table far away from them, Jake pretty much told Arn Anderson, I see you coming out alone. They let you out the home? Is that what they did? They finally let you out? And, it's very surreal that we're sitting across from each other, that our paths have crossed many times, but we've never gotten in the ring with each other. That everyone has dreams and nightmares, but those are not real, and Lance Archer is. And he said that Cody has sacrificed many men, including his own brother, just to avoid Lance Archer. But now he's out of excuses. Archer is a killer, and he's going to rip his heart out this Saturday and become the new TNT champion. Arn Anderson pretty much says, you almost made me believe you that, talk about could have been a dream match, and that, we've had credibility and everything, but that Jake Roberts is a master of deception, and he sees evil in his eyes. And he, recognized a long time ago that the snake was just a distraction, and that a real threat is sitting across the table. Jake said, I'm ready to do this 6 feet, 8 feet away, whatever. We'll do this anytime, anywhere. As Arn Anderson brought up Mike Tyson, saying that he has free reign this Sunday to go around the ringside, do whatever he wants. And, are you going to throw a snake on him? Jake Roberts pretty much said that Lance Archer promised that, you get the first shot at Mike Tyson. Good luck with that, because Mike Tyson can still throw some hands out here. And he would knock him out because he said he's going to. And pretty much, he said, he was hoping that Bimbo Brandy was going to be present at ringside, because he liked to bump her again. Jake is a savage on the mic, let me say that. He was savage throughout most of this entire promo. Arn Anderson pretty much talked about Cody then, and how he has to win this championship, and that he's a pillar of this company, one of the leaders. And, in 1 year's time, he's, turned the industry on its head right now. And he told Jake he's been doing DDP yoga because he hope he's limber enough so he can give him a spine buster and stick his head where the sun don't shine. Jake flipped the table at one point, and pretty much they started arguing with each other as referees and then broke it up. The promo was very good. I liked it. Like I said, Jake was a savage out there. Like I said, I'm sure people thought it wasn't the best of, mind shattering, but I enjoyed it from both of these guys. Jake is just great, just probably one of the best promos in this company right now. When you think about it, along with Jericho and others, Cody and MJF and whatnot. But Jake was a fucking savage, of course, saying some of the stuff he said out there. Arn Anderson was pretty good too. I like what he said. They let you out the home. Is that they're going? They finally let you out the home, huh? But like I said, the sit down between both of these guys was it was pretty good. But I can see why people say it's dangerous still due to the virus. We got a promo video from. But yes, we got a Darby Allin promo video of him, sitting playing cards with people with masks on. That guess are gonna be in that ladder match while he's climbing on a ladder that's on fire. It looks like, and lighting the card on fire. We got a video from Pac. Haven't heard about him in a while. I guess he's still stuck over there in England. But, we had talked about how Orange Cassidy has been marked and that Rey Fenix is going to take him out tonight. Phoenix even tried to run and kick him like he did last week, but I guess Orange Cassidy dodged it. There's a lot to say about this match. Number one, Phoenix is a beast. Let me say that. I gotta say that freaking leg drop he did going inside the ring. This guy just catches just a lot of hang time. I didn't hate this match all the way, but I do believe in, someone told me this last week or two that AEW tries to make everybody look equal half the time, because even I was kind of wondering, this match did go on a little bit too long between Phoenix and Orange Cassidy, or, the guy that holds his hands in his pockets or whatnot. Phoenix just goes insane through this. I know Cassidy came back with a tornado DDT and whatnot, but Phoenix with just some of this stuff was just insane out there. I did think this match did go on a little bit too long, though. I know Orange Cassidy pretty much dodged the DDT and everything. Kip Sabian came out with a ladder then, pretty much as a distraction, and climbed up it. Phoenix ended up in low blow, hit him with a cutter for the win. But then this is where now it gets really dangerous after here. This is where now a lot of things ain't making sense about this show. I thought this match was too long, but of course, okay, SCU comes out and, pretty much knock Kip Sabian off the ladder. Then Jimmy Havoc comes in to help, and they start brawling outside. Phoenix does this big splash outside, and he gets so much hang time in the air. Nobody catches him. It looked like he lands on the ground hard, bounces. I swear his head looked like it could have bounced off of there. But the way he was so inverted, it looked like he could have just landed on his head and nobody caught him. What makes it worse, Colt Cabana does a moonsault right after. And it still looks like nobody catches him then after that. And then Orange Cassidy does like a big dive outside. His legs end up hitting the turnbuckle. I'm sitting there wondering, like, Phoenix looked like he really got hurt right there, okay? Because that just looked very painful, all right? He landed hard, and what got me is that, did anybody even try to catch anybody while doing all these dives? Because it looked like nobody never caught anything. It's like either folks tried to land on their feet, or just no catches at all, or just almost hurt themselves on the barricade. And I'm sitting there wondering, like, aren't most of these guys in a ladder match this Saturday? So what, you'd nearly kill themselves out there before even Saturday possibly hurt. Hopefully Phoenix is okay, and I've seen Phoenix in a lot of bad, Phoenix just in a lot of bad spots before. I've seen a guy land on his head several times. Personally, I think Phoenix should be up higher on the card. That goes for him and Pentagon and everything, because I question the booking of both of these two sometimes. I've questioned it for a while, and I've said it too, of how they've been booked in this company. Some say if they're tag team, they ought to be at the top of the card, or between them and possibly the Young Bucks, because I feel like the Lucha Brothers kind of lose a lot. I don't mind a Death Triangle thing with Pac, but then again, why are they really in a stable? or whatnot. So I do question the booking of the Lucha Brothers in general. Some people thought they were better booked than MLW and Impact when you think about it. And, I could go off of that. They were at least the champions. They were very dominant in both of those companies. I will say that. And, I could probably add LAX to that thing when they were in Impact. Because some people say they've done more over there than just be, Jericho's henchman right now and whatnot. But some people have said that before, but I do believe Phoenix and Pentagon should be placed higher on the card than where they are right now. But like I said, Phoenix is just insane in the ring, but this was just dangerous what happened after this match. I'm almost surprised no one has not been announced they've been hurt yet, because it looked like nobody tried to catch any of this. No, nothing. It's almost like it was kind of a spot fest right after. Then next, what we have right after, then another match that was also not good. The women's match, why am I not surprised by this? Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander versus Britt Baker and Nyla Rose. This was bad. This was sloppy. And Britt Baker is possibly hurt throughout this match because Shida and Statlander end up doing like a double team move on Nyla Rose, and they land into Britt Baker on the corner. It looked like her leg was probably messed up, or knee, which it looked like she had to crawl her way to the other side to get out, which even Nyla Rose had to pull her in to, get the tag. And then, doctors started checking on Britt Baker. I don't know if it's officially confirmed she's hurt, but she possibly was hurt because we never really saw her in the match after that when the doctors had to keep checking her. And then the match just looked sloppy right after. I don't know if Hikaru Shida was trying to go for some type of Canadian destroyer or whatnot, but it looked like, I don't know, Nyla Rose just basically tried to sit on her to get the pin, and, Statlander's involved, and it looked like everything was just going all over the place. This was just sloppy. That double team didn't really help. Like I said, Baker's probably hurt. And then what doesn't make sense to me is this. Nyla Rose ends up doing her finisher on, Hikaru Shida there, and I'm sitting there wondering, like, this is some straight up WWE booking like this, okay? The champion just pinned the challenger on a go-home show before the pay-per-view this Saturday. So that's almost telling me who's gonna win this Saturday now. And then what happens after? They have to do this long, drawn-out table segment then right after. Nyla Rose is setting up Shida to put through the table, but Shida ends up dodging and puts, Nyla Rose through a table doing a superplex. But then I'm sitting there wondering, like, okay, Hikaru Shida just took the pin. They almost tell me she's going to win the title this Saturday. That's what it looks like. That's what straight up WWE booking. So this was bad and just sloppy, and just the booking, I just was so confused. Like, so the champion pins the challenger on a go-home show before the pay-per-view this Saturday. That made no sense. Folks just look lost in this match here. This was bad. Very bad. Okay? But not good at all. It's so funny. I've seen people on Twitter try to defend this match tonight. It wasn't good, man. Okay? And I don't even know if the match on Saturday will be good, too. Now that I think about it. So I don't know how that's going to work. Next, we got the Sean Spears news segment, which you would have thought you probably would have been watching the news at this point, which he talked about Cody and talked about his brother, or his retirement after, I should say, he couldn't protect, Cody couldn't protect his brother from Lance Archer, and talked about Dustin and his painkiller addiction. That's kind of out of nowhere, and pretty much challenged him to a match this Saturday since he's not on the card. Best to go into business for yourself since he can't get booked on any other match on the show. This is basically Sean Spears trying to salvage whatever his career is going right now, and now challenging him to a match. So yeah, Sean Spears, I guess has a match. There's a lot of matches for this card this Saturday, I will say that. Especially that ladder match, which I kind of figure who may be the final person in that slot, which, I've been hearing it's going to be a lot about Brian Cage, so I think he may be in that whole ladder match, so watch out for him. I may be right about that, but yeah, Sean Spears does get some type of match at this show. Matt Hardy came out to go against Sammy Guevara. Just Guevara's pretty much pissed about being ran over by a car a few weeks ago. Not bad, but between Hardy and Guevara, Matt Hardy just now spiking everybody with all these Twist of Fates now, just spiking their head into the ground for some reason. But like I said, this was not bad. Pretty good match between between him and Guevara. Guevara pretty much trying to go for his finisher, hitting him with the knee, even hitting him with a cutter in midair. Still couldn't that work. He tried to go for a shooting star, but Matt put his knees up there right after, hit the twist of fate again for the win. But right after, Matt Hardy got a chair, and then Chris Jericho was on the screen. I guess he's going to get payback for the Vanguard 1, but Jericho's at the football field out there, Jacksonville, right next or connected to this Daily Place Center, and pretty much with Kenny Omega tied to the goal post on the football field. They were basically had him tied up. Jericho hit him with the baseball bat. Next thing you know, we got the return of the Young Bucks, finally, since they have not been seen in a very long time. And then again, I have not watched Being the Elite in so long, I couldn't tell what they've been doing during that time, okay? Maybe I'll see what they've been doing before the pay-per-view this Saturday on Being the Elite. But they showed up, jumped from whatever the rafters, and, pretty much started attacking the Inner Circle. Then right after that, Matt Hardy showed up then for the save too. They start brawling, and then I thought this is the funniest thing right here after this, we got basically Hangman Page. You could see him like a small little silhouette dot way in the back, way in the back. You can see him running. It's like one of them like Looney Tune cartoons where you see somebody running all the way from the back. You see that small little dot, and he's running, and he's like in cowboy boots, and he's running real fast, by the way, basically doing a 100-yard dash out there on the football field, just running clothesline. Just, you see him so far back in the field, and how fast he ran all the way to the front just to hit a clothesline, and cowboy boots he ran with. Basically, they brawl, but the Inner Circle got out of Dodge. Then pretty much says, we'll deal with you on Saturday. Hangman got out of Dodge and, pretty much walked off then, as the rest of the Elite and Matt Hardy, which, by the way, you can see the Elite on the ground, basically, sprayed on the football field, where the touchdown is, and on the big screen in the field, with the Elite as they, did their poses before the show ended. So this was the go-home show for this. We did get the return of the Young Bucks and Hangman Page, and again, it looks like mostly everybody showed up because you got a live pay-per-view this Saturday. I just not really sure still about this, this stadium stampede, or how they're going to work this, because it's in a giant football field in front of nobody, or unless you're still doing this in front of the wrestlers you got right now to get some type of reaction, because I have no idea that this is going to work. Do I think it's going to be another one of these cinematic style wrestling type of things? Possibly, since everybody's doing it right now. Literally, we've already seen WWE, well, we already knew Matt Hardy did first in Impact, but we've already seen WWE do it with Boneyard matches and Money in the Bank and Five Live Funhouses. So could it be another one of these things, or are they going to fight throughout an entire football giant field, 80,000 seats in front of nobody? I have zero clue how this is going to work. I don't know, all right? And we'll see what happens. I'm going to watch it this Saturday. I didn't know they were charging $50 right now for this pay-per-view. Kind of much during these times, but the go-home show was not bad all the way. Like I said, the ending was going to be crazy, at least leave you hyped for this Saturday in this stadium stampede. But like I said, we still got Mox and Brody. Mox still coming after him for the title. There was some other matches set up. The ladder match and title matches and whatnot, and some stuff they were added at the last minute I don't even know about. Mike Tyson, the Jake Roberts and Arn Anderson promo was very good. I enjoyed that. The mostly baddest things I could think of this was Phoenix's dive. I didn't hate the match that much with Orange Cassidy. I just thought it went too long, and they're still trying to make this whole equal thing. But that whole thing with nobody catching those dives from Phoenix to Cabana and even Cassidy there just looked like nobody caught anybody. That just looked really dangerous. That women's match was very sloppy, very bad, and I think Britt Baker may have gotten hurt to what I've been hearing tonight, okay? Because she did not really get back into this match, and it just wasn't that good in general, and I kind of question why the challenger is being pinned by the champion. And the go-home show before pay-per-view, I don't understand that. MJF was not that bad with stunt. At least it wasn't going that long, I should say. Personally, I just said do not sell this guy. This match should be done in under a minute or two, but at least MJF toyed with him around being a heel, which he's supposed to be. So that wasn't that bad, and at least tried to get some heat on himself before facing Jungle Boy this Saturday, okay? But I think that's mostly everything I could take away from this show for AEW. Like I said, Mox kills them, the 10 guy and whatnot. So yeah, I think we got mostly everything I can think from this show tonight. All right. So yeah, we will see you this Saturday though for a review for Double or Nothing back here in Jacksonville again. I don't know how AEW is gonna do this. Hey man, we already seen WWE and others do pay-per-views without any fans. Let's see how they do with AEW this Saturday. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night this Saturday during Double or Nothing. All right, really gonna be interesting. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. See you guys Saturday. Comment, subscribe. Find me on Twitter at Hood9890. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace. R.I.P. Shad Gaspard. Out here. Brooklyn stand up.